So every time that I look at one of my favorite verses, Proverbs 25, verse 2, it is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. I always see 2025 there and think about the rapture. 25, verse 2, 2025, you switch it around a little bit without the zero, but if you add the zero, you got 2025. And the rapture is the secret which most people think about, right? It's concealed. And so every time I hit this verse, I think of the rapture in 2025, but I don't post it because I think people probably think that I'm reaching. So I just keep it to myself. But then the other day, I just decided to sit and read. And sure enough, with the eyes that God gave me, here in verse 7, it says this: For better it is that it be said unto thee, Come up hither, than that thou should be put lower in the presence of the prince whom thine eyes have seen. That term, that saying, come up hither, is used none other than in Revelation chapter 4, verses 1 and 2, in a picture of a rapture. And the entire context is just like in Revelation 4, 1, being told to come up hither and being in front of the prince and the king. Revelation chapter 4, King James Bible. After that I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither. There it is. And I will show thee things which must be hereafter. And immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald. So you see, it's the exact same setting, being told to come up hither and being at the throne of the king and the prince. Just like in Proverbs. Proverbs is showing you an earthly picture, but it's giving you a clue. And then in Revelation 4 here, you see a heavenly picture of the throne and being told, come up hither, on earth as it is in heaven. This was amazing to me. So then I was like, well, I'll share it with people, because now I see more than just something, only one thing.
This is the end of human history, the end of human-dominated history. History will continue with somebody else in control. In 5 years, there'll be a technology that can make decisions independently and that can create new ideas independently. Maybe they'll be nice. Maybe they'll solve cancer and climate change, but we are not sure. I'm tending to think of it more in terms of really an alien invasion, an alien fleet of spaceships coming from planet Zircon or whatever, with highly intelligent beings. This is what we are facing, except that the aliens are not coming in spaceships from planet Zircon, they're coming from the laboratory. If the humans are divided among themselves and are in an arms race, then it becomes almost impossible to contain this alien intelligence.
For the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic, there will be another pandemic.
Absolutely. We don't know when. The risk per year, 2%, 3%.
I don't think we should try to have people live for a very long time. It would cause ossification of society.
So I had to redo this video because the first time that I did this video, it was about fake Christians, and I was cussing and I was yelling. And well, I really felt like that on the inside. I understand that I can't put that out because I have to be professional. So here I am redoing this again. But the reason that I was like that is because it's just getting to me more and more. And today it's kind of coming to a head as far as being surrounded with such fake Christians. I'm not talking about atheists. I'm not talking about agnostics. I'm not talking about people with other religions. I'm talking about fake Christians. people who don't even care about the Bible, what it says. They don't understand the Bible, and they're not concerned about understanding the Bible. They're not saying anything, doing anything. They're going about life as if nothing is going on. Those are fake Christians. And you cannot, let me say this clearly, you cannot go to heaven if you do not love the truth. Let me say that again. You cannot and will not go to heaven unless you love the truth. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. You know why? Because Jesus said, I am the truth. Jesus did not say, I'm speaking the truth, even though he was speaking the truth. He said, he is the truth, manifested in a body. So if you do not love the truth, you do not love Jesus. So if somebody says, I love Jesus, but doesn't care anything about the truth, about the Bible, about understanding whatever is going on, they're deceived. They're self-deceived because they don't love Jesus, because he is the truth. You see, you don't understand is that this world is completely blinding. It is all a deception. Everything that man does is completely deceiving and blinding. For instance, this is something that I've been thinking about recently. Funerals. How many funerals do people go to where they say, yeah, this guy, he probably went to hell? Never. Not one. If we went by what funerals said, everybody is in heaven and nobody is in hell. They're all in heaven. That's what every single funeral said. It doesn't matter if this dude was the worst of the worst. In any way you look at it, all they talk about is how graceful the Lord is and how he's in a better place. Nonsense. What a lie. But if we went by what the world does and what they say instead of what the Word of God says, everybody's in heaven. So now, talking about fake Christians, are they all going to heaven? Are they all going in the rapture? Absolutely not, because the first word there that I said is fake. They don't really love Jesus. They love meeting up with people. They love social clubs. They love this life. They don't love the truth. Because what is the truth? The truth is that we are at war right now. The truth is that there's a strong delusion upon this whole world. And the truth is that they're probably deceived. So when you start telling them the truth, they hate it. And they hate you for it. Therefore, they don't love the truth. And Jesus said, I am the truth. Let me make that clear. Jesus wasn't only speaking the truth. He was the truth manifested in the flesh. They don't love him.
Check this out. Alexa, when will World War III start?
World War III will commence on March 1st, 2024, when the Chinese invade the United States from within by activating countless sleeper cells. This will be followed by full military invasion on both coasts by Russia and China. The attack will be devastating and incorporate weapons never before seen by mankind. Humanity as we know it will be forever changed and never return to its former glory as the Republic of China will rule going forth.
You know, whenever and whatever is coming to earth, you know, the Bible speaks about a lot of things, and a lot of things can be, you know, we have to use our imagination because sometimes it doesn't go into specific details. But we can kind of see things unfolding, and by what the powers that be tell us and what the Bible tells us, we can kind of paint a picture. But my point is that whatever's coming and whoever is coming, it's going to be devastating. And most people think of devastation in the physical, right? Like getting bombed or dying or something like that. But, you know, most people don't think of the devastation in the spiritual realm that is about deception. And again, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11 says, ultimately, it's God that's sending them a strong delusion. Who is them? Well, part of them is the fake Christians. the ones who don't really love the truth. They get some of this strong delusion. It's a very bad thing to be completely deceived, because what has happened is that God has let you be completely deceived because you don't love the truth. And again, this goes back to Jesus saying, you love me because I loved you first. You know what that means? It means that God doesn't really love you anyways. That sounds mean, right? Well, you have to think of the situation, because the enemy is who runs Christianity. The enemy is the one who taught us all a fake, false Jesus, a hippie Jesus who is cool with everything and loves everybody. It's not what the Bible says. Everybody is not meant to be saved. That is why we are faced with the situation that we are faced with today. It's God who does the saving. It's God who does the electing. It's God who does the choosing. And we can see this manifesting in people more and more and more. As the noose tightens around humanity, just like in 2021 and things like that, what is inside of people manifests more and more and more. Who is in the truth? Because that's who the truth is in.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
If we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope that it's not like Independence Day.
Yeah, right.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right.
Everybody gets together and makes nice. And
you see, everything that's coming is meant to divide us. It is meant to divide us. All of this deception and delusion and all of this is meant to divide us, dividing the truth from the error, dividing the true from the false. What did Jesus say? He said, I came to divide with a sword. What is the sword? The sword is the word. That is what it is. Who loves God truly and who does not? You don't really want Jesus? You don't really want the truth? Oh, God will send you delusion. This is just a part of it. Everything up to this point has been a part of the grand finale, baby, and it's coming.